Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I am Isa, the core of the system, and today's video is about how society influences therapy and how both of them influence my anxiety. This video is just about my opinion and my experience, and I either want you to help understand what I mean and how this affects a person or an individual or a system or any people out there who have problems or any illnesses or mental disorders, how they may feel like, and people who have experienced that. I want you to feel understood because you're not alone, and that's why I make this video. So let's get started. If you want to know, I was inspired to do this video by my visit to my psychologist from a few weeks ago and my therapy session yesterday, which was horrible. Also, I have another appointment with my psychologist today, and I don't want to go there at all. And if something like that happens today as well, guess I'm going to have a mental breakdown again and again and again. So if anything happens, I will put it at the end of the video, so just let you know how that went. Firstly, I want to explain how I see therapy and how I define therapy. I see therapy as a support, an extra support for any people who suffer from something. It's the help a professional can give you to work through trauma and other things, and also someone who can give you skills. Skills is like another way to help cope with anger, sadness, fear, hate, and stuff like that. And through therapy, you may be able to prevent future crises or to prevent that it's getting as worse as it was or as worse as it is. Also, in therapy, you have someone to talk to about problems or things you can't mention to anyone else. With society, I don't mean each individual, I mean the image and ideal that people and schools and the state. It's a surrealistic image of a perfect world with people working together, and this world is not about the happiness of a person or the feelings of a person. It's just about a human being being functional and earning money and stuff like that. It's not about being happy. It's about an individual needing to have accomplished certain things related to their age, gender, school, and job. And it's something a person with an illness or any disorder may be not able to do in the way this ideal is made of. So now you know what I think therapy is, what I mean with society, and now I'm going to tell you what my therapist and my psychologist want me to do. So First, you can't live at your parents' home forever. You can't live from the state, you can't live from their money, and you need to go to work, go to school, get more education, and get a job, and earn money for your own, live in your own home, and just be a functional person. I know that these are not many sentences, but they really, really have a big impact. My anxiety and how I feel about that is due to childhood trauma. I have severe anxiety to not live up to the expectations of people, and also to do stuff wrong. And so being told that, and also being always disappointed with myself and stuff like that, I don't feel like a functional human being as my therapist and psychologist want me to be right now after some months of therapy. Because next thing, now I talk about myself, not about other authors in my system because I don't know them that well. So right now I'm just talking about myself. Besides DID and phobias and anxiety, like social phobia, I also suffer from depression and borderline, and all of that makes it very, very hard to be able to commit to something as big as a job or more education when you don't have a state of mind and health where you can physically and mentally be able to do that. If I have to summarize that, with DID, for me comes amnesia, so I don't remember parts of the day, and it's hard to go to work or study in school if there's always another alter, and then you kind of need to look that every alter knows everything because they could be there or during class or during a test. And I was in school, I have some education stuff which makes me be able to apply to something, but the time I was in school, it was very, very hard. I was mentally not really able to do that, and this made me fall into a deep, deep, deep hole. And even though I can go to school for some weeks or some months, it is so exhausting and so stressful that it just doesn't work for a longer time, at least for the state I am in right now. Social phobia makes it hard to... I have difficulties not only talking to new people or talking out loud in front of people. I have severe anxiety meeting new people. I can't call, I can't pick up a phone or telephone, not even really with my family. I can't work under stress because then my panic disorder just goes crazy and I have panic attacks and mental breakdowns and etc. I don't want to blame all of that on my illnesses and make excuses. It's just what I experience it with. When people, it doesn't need to be a psychologist or a therapist that tells me something like that, but could also just be someone you love or trust. And it's very, very frustrating to hear when you know that they kind of know how you feel and what state you're in at the moment. It's not that I don't want to have a job and I don't want to earn money and like live from my own stuff. It's just that I physically and mentally just can't at the moment, and it's very frustrating to hear that and have them give you a feeling that you just don't want to. Also, this makes a wonderful gift and a wonderful present to your self-hate list. So if you're a person like me, being always disappointed in yourself and always hating yourself, then hearing something like that and being told like you're not a functional human being, it's great to hear. And this gives me panic attacks. It doesn't help with my depression. And long story short, I don't think that reminding an individual or a system of something they need to do but they can't do at the moment, it really doesn't help to tell them that, because it definitely doesn't reduces your or their anxiety and depression, anger, etc., or trust towards this therapist or psychologist. Something I also need to remind you is that they probably don't mean it that way or don't want that to come across to you. And I don't think they mean to hurt you, because you are not the problem, and you may understand it that way. I understand it that way, but I don't think that they mean it that way, but it's just messed up. I really hope they don't mean it in the way to insult you and tell you that you're not a functional human being. I hope you did not experience that, and you don't have to experience that, because it sucks. Really sucks. I think they underestimate the way these words can have on someone who is already scarred emotionally. Please just keep going, keep fighting, try to forget that or tell them how this makes you feel. And the world we live in, it's wrecked, it's messed up, it's like the standards just for being human are so high and out of reach, which makes it hard for everyone to live up to these expectations. I just want to remind you that you are loved, we love you, stay safe and keep fighting. I just really wanted to get this out to you and share this experience and thoughts. So, see you sometime. Thanks for watching, and